What's up, everyone? I am Whitney Jones, and you may already know that because this is on my YouTube channel. So if not, I'm Whitney Jones. I'm an IFBB Fitness Pro, and I am actually 6 weeks and 1 day out from having neck surgery. I had a disectomy and then a double fusion on C5 and C6, so pretty invasive and crazy surgery, but it was necessary just after sustaining injuries at the beginning of this year as I was getting into competition season, and continued with it, and it got worse. But long story short, I'm doing great. I feel amazing. It's the best thing I did because obviously I was having major issues. I was losing or lost full function in my right arm. It was numb 24 hours a day, and then very regularly I would lose full function and couldn't use it, couldn't move it. So it was necessary. It was a tough decision because I'm an athlete true and true and compete year-round, and I'm now having to sit out of the 2017 Olympia, which would have been my 5th Olympia, and was super stoked about it. But hey, health is first. But the reason I'm making this video is because several people have asked me two things. Number one, how do you stay focused when you have an injury like this and you have a setback? How do you keep the motivation and keep focused and not lose sight of everything or not get down and depressed? And number two was nutrition. Like, how can you make sure that you can stay in shape and to the best of your ability within reason, because obviously your activity level decreases significantly. So the first thing I will say is anyone that follows me on social media or knows me personally knows that I take flexible eating to the extreme because my metabolism over the years has allowed me to get to that point. Now obviously I do a lot of clean eating, but I do have a lot of fun foods. Donuts and Oreos are my favorite. I post about it all the time. Love that stuff. But with an injury like this and having to be sidelined, and especially early on, post-surgery I wasn't able to do much at all. My activity level took such a dive that I had to be conscious of what I was eating, because the last thing I wanted was to be down and out, not feel great, not be able to be active, and then be looking in the mirror, you know, beating myself up because my body doesn't look the way I'm used to or I like it. And it's not easy. Everyone who says, oh yeah, it's fine, accept who you are, that's all rainbows and butterflies. But the reality is it is a struggle, especially if it's something you take pride in and you're heavy into fitness and you're working out regularly. When you do put on some weight or you lose some muscle definition, it is tough to look in the mirror and not be like, damn, this sucks. But for me, one of the biggest things I've had to do is really pull in the reins. Had to put away some of the treats and fun stuff that I normally am able to eat because of my activity level. So it isn't something that I could have sustained, eating as many calories as I was and having much fun with all the free foods. And that's the thing, is people have said, hey, you stayed pretty great, you know, your weight's great, you look amazing, blah, 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 all the crazy stuff post-surgery, but that wasn't without a strategic effort. I definitely had to say no to a lot of the stuff that I usually easily could have in my diet, and it's just something you have to do. But then on top of that, you also have to do what you can within reason. So I had my neck fused, was in a neck brace for 3 weeks, and that sucked, but what do you do, right? But I was able to, within doctors' regulations, do what I could in my fitness level. So I started doing walking, very, very light cardio, just to get some activity level in, to number one, keep me feeling better. Mentally, it helped me a ton. And then of course it helped keep things moving, kept me active, helped me to burn some calories while I couldn't be at my normal level of activity. And then also trying to do lower body. So obviously my legs still worked. I couldn't do much with my upper body, had to be very, very careful on any impact with my neck. But even in a neck brace, I was working out my lower body within reason. Nothing like crazy pop squats or jumps or anything like that. But anything that I could do that didn't require me to grip from my upper body, that I could really just do lightweight, I did. And that absolutely helps. So I can encourage anybody to try to do as much activity within your reasoning of what your doctors are allowing you to do to stay active. Mentally, it will do you wonders. And then the second thing is you have to find what your new goal is. For me, I'm out for the year. Sadly, I can't jump back in. It's not smart as much as I would love to, and I feel amazing. And it's like, gosh, I can move my neck left to right. There's more I can do. But the decision's made, not competing until next year. So for me, my goal is, as of today, 232 days out. Yeah, not that anyone's counting. Actually, obviously I am. I have a countdown calendar or a countdown app on my phone. I like that because I made a commitment to myself that is my comeback show. I'm shooting for March to hit the stage again in 2018, and that's my focus. So for me, what's worked for me, and everyone's different, but just sharing what works for me, my goal is every single day, post-surgery, was to do something that is focused on getting me to my goal, which is to step on stage in 2018. So whether that is I do fitness, so I do routines. If it was reviewing music, looking at different skills I want to try when I'm able to, getting in some cardio, getting in some workouts. With each week that I improve, I can do more. So for me, it's staying focused on my goal. So whatever your goal is, you've got to make one, number one, and two, do something so that you can feel accomplished each day. My neck injury is not just going to magically disappear, and once I can get back into full activity, I know it will be something I have to constantly deal with. I'm gonna have days or even weeks that maybe I'm set back and I can't do anything because I need to let the inflammation come down. But either way, there's something I can do every single day to get me to my goal. Mentally, when you have an injury, you've got to dig within and find your strength there, because you don't have the physical strength. You can't, or you shouldn't if you're injured, but mentally that can pick you up and it can go a long way. So hopefully that helps anyone out there that may be struggling and understand even just more of my own experience. I know sharing stuff like this helps. I've had so many messages on Instagram and Facebook and people contacting me through email just trying to get advice because they are experiencing the same stuff or soon will be. Just know there's always hope. There's never excuses unless you allow them, and make sure you're not. I mean, there's always something you can do no matter what your setback is. It's just getting your mind in the right perspective so that you can focus on the things that you should. So, hope this helps all of you. Have an incredible day, and thanks for following along, cheering, and more importantly, supporting me through this crazy experience, and look forward to seeing you in March 2018.